Okay, we are going to take it towards side crow this round here. So definitely going to be a lot of twisting in this flow, a lot of side body work, lengthening from one side to the next. And keep in mind, the lengthening is part of the twisting. It's going to help you get deeper into these twists. So just keep that in mind as we go back and forth here. We're going to work at different levels through the spine. I mean, obviously, through your midsection around the lumbar spine, but also trying to get to the mid-back and the upper back, moving through the shoulders a bit. So keep that in mind. We'll be coming into side crow in a very particular way here. Usually I cue this from a toe squat. This week, what we're going to do is we're going to take this actually from a low lunge. So what's going to happen is you're going to have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, both hands down. And what I want you to do from here, I've got my right foot forward, left leg back. I'm going to set both palms down and then come into a 3-legged dog. So I'm going to, with an inhale, I'm going to move my right leg up and back. And then with the exhale, I'm going to step that foot forward from underneath and step it across. So my right foot goes over to the left side. So I'm going to start this out by crossing my legs and bring the left knee all the way down. Now, once you're down from here, you're going to have one hand on the floor. So I'm going to keep my right hand down, inhale the left arm high, and bring the left elbow down to push into the right thigh to engage the twist. And keep in mind, the twist is what we're after. If this is enough for you, just stay here. Keep your elbow pressing your thigh. Try to pull your chest forward toward the front of the mat. And that's good enough. Now, to take things further, you can set the hand down on the floor. That'll brace the twist. Bring the second hand down in line with the first. And it really depends on you how close that second hand is. Now, from here, if you want to take this into balancing, there's stages. And you just don't have to take this all the way, so just feel it out. You can tuck the toes of the back foot, lift that back knee. And to go further still, bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows in, see about lifting your front foot. And then if you want to take this further into balancing, you can lean forward, and that will lift the back leg up off the floor, and you'll keep the twist. Now, it's going to be easier to come into this for some people because you don't fall far forward all that much, but you definitely have to move forward. And you can take the version where you got one leg extended, you can cross your legs, you can tuck this, you can extend to the side. There's a bunch of shapes you can get into here. Take whatever version of side crow you like. As long as you maintain the twist, whatever you do with the legs is up to you. And then from there, after you held it for a few breaths, you can fly it back to chaturanga. You can just step it back to plank and move through the transition from there. So just keep in mind, that's where we're taking things to today. So to get this started, bring yourself onto your knees. And let's go ahead and stretch out the soles of the feet here. So go ahead, tuck your toes, all 10 of them. And with your toes tucked, reach back and see that the pinky toe is actually going to cooperate with all the rest. And with your toes digging down, walk your hands in, sit this up tall. And just take a moment here. Keep your feet active. Keep your toes pressing down into the floor. And if this is intense, just bear with it for a few seconds here. You don't have to hold this too long. And if it gets too intense, go ahead and release this. You can sit with your feet flat underneath you. Maybe take a cross-legged seat. If you can manage this for another minute or so, just stay where you are. But wherever you settle in, just keep yourself upright. Engage through the core, pulling through the belly around the little ribs. And then rest your hands in your lap with your palms open toward the ceiling. Relax your shoulders down. Keep your neck long. Reach your crown of the head straight up. And then just close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this here to begin. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just open your eyes. Now, from wherever you are, bring your hands to the floor. And whether your toes are tucked or not, just release your feet, shake them out for a moment. And then when you're ready, come back into an upright seat. Now, again, you can sit on the shins or take a cross-legged seat, whatever suits you best. But again, bring yourself up tall. And let's just take things slow here to begin. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center. Inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale this time, lean to the right side, right hand down. Stretch your left arm right. We're going to hold this. Draw the left shoulder back, look up toward the ceiling. Maybe bend that right elbow and stretch your left side longer. With the next inhale, bring it to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean left. Left hand down. Stretch your right arm left, gaze high here. Pull the right shoulder back. And maybe bend your left elbow and stretch out even longer. Now at the next inhale, just sit up tall. Reach the arms out wide. And then take an eagle bind. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs to your face. Now when you come into this, and you keep in mind, if you can't get the palms together, you can reach to opposite shoulders. Now with the arms crossed and squeezing like this, lift the elbows up, gaze up high. And then pull the elbows in toward your belly, round your spine as much as you can. Again, elbows up high, look up toward the ceiling. And then pull the elbows toward your belly, round down. Now one more time, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. And this time, bring the elbows down to the right side and feel that stretch on the left as you come down. Try to bring this down low. And then come back up to center and release the bind. Reach the arms out wide and take it the other way. Left arm under, this time right arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs with your face. And again, you can always reach to the shoulders. Once you've got the grip, keep squeezing your arms. And then lift your elbows up, look up toward the ceiling. Elbows toward your belly, round your spine, bring it down. Again, lift the elbows, gaze up high. And then round back in tight. One more time, elbows up high, look up toward the ceiling. And this time, as you bring your elbows down, bring them down to the left side as much as you can. And then just come back to center. Go ahead, release your arms and bring your hands to the floor. Come up to all fours. Now from all fours, just move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move a bit. And we'll take a little bit more twisting and work this into the upper back. So wrists under the shoulders and knees underneath the hips to set this up. I want you to step your left foot straight out to the side. Point the toes to the left. Keep that leg about 90 degrees. And then bring the left hand behind your head with the elbow out to the side. Now just work this back and forth from here as much as you can. Lift your left elbow, gaze up high toward the ceiling, open your chest. And then round underneath, bring the left arm down, try to get the left shoulder down low. And then lift your elbow, gaze up high again. And then round back in underneath, bring the left shoulder down low. One more time, open up to the left side, look up. And then bring the left arm down, left shoulder down. And then just come back to center. Set your left hand on the mat. Bring the left knee down. Do the same on the other side. Step the right foot straight out to the side, toes pointed right. And then right hand behind your head. Back and forth here. Open up to the right, right elbow high, look up. Round underneath and bring the right shoulder down low. Again, lift up, open up to your right side. And then round down underneath, bring the shoulder low. One more time, lift the right elbow, gaze up high. And then round underneath, come down low as you can. And then just come back to center, back to all fours. And then from all fours, let's go and take it to the wrist while we're here. Palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Spread your fingers wide, dig your fingertips down, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift here. And then just start by circling your shoulders or your wrists and keep gripping. Now, if this is good enough, you can just stay with this. Press your spine toward the ceiling. Try to keep your shoulder blades spread apart. Keep your fingertips pressing down. And if you can take it further, come into center. Tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees and keep them lifted. And then just twist a little bit here. Now, with your knees still bent, step the right big toe over the left as far as you can go. And then come back into center. Bring your left big toe over to the right of your mat. And then come back into center. Right big toe over to the left again. Come back to center here. Left big toe over to the right side. And then come back to center. One more round. Right big toe to the left. And then come back to center. And then left big toe to the right side one more time. And come back to center here. Set your knees down. And then come up onto your fingertips and bring the hands right in front of your knees within one hand's length. Now from here, flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up. Point the fingertips in toward you here to start. And you can go light with the pressure on the hands if you need, but go high with the tension. Spread your fingers wide. Try to flatten your hands as much as you can. Keep the fingertips pressing down. Go ahead, bend the elbows if you need. Now from here, I want you to go back and forth one hand at a time. Rotate your right hand, fingertips in towards center as far as you can go. Left hand towards center as well. And then right hand, rotate out to the side. Left hand to the side. And just keep on alternating like this and go back and forth. Now each time you reset a hand, spread the fingers wide, press the fingertips down, try to straighten your arm as much as you can, at least briefly. And then just finish this with both hands rotated out to the sides. Now once you come into that position, spread the fingers wide, press your fingertips down, straighten your arms as much as you can. If you can make it more intense, maybe slide the hands in closer together. Maybe even the wrists come together to touch. You don't have to force that. But keep the fingertips pressing down here to start. Try to straighten your arms. Now to hold this position, to take it further, see about curling your fingertips toward your palms. And then spread your fingers wide. And just go back and forth from here, opening and closing your hands, and feel that additional stretch. And don't worry about forcing this here. Now the next time you curl the fingers in, keep them curled in tight and just hold. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Come up onto the fingertips. Come down to sitting on your heels. And then just shake your hands out. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. And then once your hands are ready, just stay here sitting on your heels. And we're going to take this into a bridging motion. Now, bring your hands down behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Try to stay light and stay in your fingertips. And keep in mind, to make this work, you need to kick your feet down and squeeze your glutes as you press your hips up and forward. And we'll take this back and forth. With an inhale, kick down, squeeze your glutes, lift up and let your head fall back. And then come all the way back down to your heels. Kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift up and press forward. And then sink back down. Kick into the floor, lift your hips, open this up again. And then sink back down to your heels. Kick into the floor, lift up high as you can, let your head fall back. And then bring it back down. One more time, kick into the floor, lift your hips and hold here. Now keep your feet pressing down, keep your glutes squeezing. If you can go further, maybe hover your fingertips up off the floor. And then come all the way back down. Let's take it side to side. Left hand stays down. With an inhale, sweep your right arm left and lift up, squeeze your glutes. With the exhale, come back down. With the next inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up to this side. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left again and lift. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up. And with the exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left one more time. Hold here. Now stretch your right arm long. Let your head fall back as you kick down. Try to lift your right knee up off the mat. Maybe it lifts, maybe not. And then come all the way back down. Other side, with the next inhale, sweep the left arm right. Open up and hold here. Let your head fall back. Stretch this out long. See about lifting that left knee up. And then bring it back down one more time. Walk your hands forward, come into all fours, move around. And just stay loose. Now when you're ready for me, bring it down from the hands and onto the forearms, and we'll take a forearm plank. You can have the forearms parallel with the palms down, or put the palms together, just see if the elbows stay shoulder width. Step your feet back, bring your body into line, feet about hips width distance apart. Push your hands into the floor, lift your spine, spread the shoulder blades apart. And we'll take this toward a side plank variation. I want you to roll your heels over to the right and come up onto your left hand. Now keep your hips up high, and you can just stay here. This is good enough. Now if you can take it further, reach your left arm past your head, stretch this out long. Back and forth from here, take an inhale. With the exhale, sink your hips down and reach toward your feet. Inhale, lift this up, reach long. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift this up again. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift up, stretch out long. Exhale, sink down one more time. Now with your next inhale, lift and come back to center to both forearms. And then take it the other way. Roll your heels left, come up onto the right hand, keep your hips high. You can always stay here. If you're going to go further, reach your right arm past your head, stretch this out, keep your hips lifted. And then back and forth, take an inhale. With the exhale, sink down and reach toward your feet. Inhale, lift this up and reach. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift and reach. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift up and reach. And then with the exhale, sink down again. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, bring it down one more time. And with your next inhale, lift up, come back to center to your forearm plank. And then go and set your knees down. Come up onto the hands, come into all fours. Take a moment here and breathe. All right, and then to take this further, we're going to move toward that twisting setup that I showed you at the very beginning. But start from all fours. Wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tuck the toes of both feet. Now hover the knees again, and this time sink down to your heels. Now we'll go back and forth here twisting. When you're ready, come forward, right foot up to the left side, step forward from underneath, and then step it back and sink down to your heels. Left foot forward up and to the right, and then sink back down. Right foot up to the left side again. Sink back down. Left foot up and to the right. And then back down to the heels. Right foot up and to the left again. Sink back down. Left foot up to the right side. And then come down onto your heels. Right foot up to the left. Come back into center. Left foot up and to the right. And then back down to the heels. Now from here, just go ahead, straighten your legs, bring your hips up high. And then we'll take this into a little bit more of that twisting from here. So this is your down dog. With an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring the right leg underneath, step the right foot up and to the left. With the next inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. With the exhale, right foot forward up and to the left side again. One more time, inhale back to that three-legged dog, right leg high. And then step it forward over the left, stay forward this time. And bring your left knee down. Now once you come down, let's take that twist here. Press the right hand down, inhale your left arm up high, and then find your twist. Left elbow pushes into your right thigh. Now pull your chest forward toward the front of the mat, and then ground your twist. Set the left hand all the way down. Now to take it further, set the right hand up so it's in line with the left. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. You can always stay here. If you want to go a little further, shoulders forward, elbows back. See about just lifting your right foot up for a moment. And then release. Undo the twist. Step your right foot back. And then sink back down to your heels. Now once you're ready from here, go ahead and straighten your legs. Bring your hips up high. And let's take it to the other side. With an inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that foot forward up and to the right and twist. Inhale the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward up and to the right side. One more time. Inhale the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot up and to the right. And then bring your right knee down to the floor. Now work the twist here. Press into your left hand. Inhale the right arm high. And with the exhale, bring that elbow down. Push into your left thigh. And pull your chest forward. Now go ahead, ground it. Set the right hand down on the mat. Set the left hand in line with the right. And then as you look forward, tuck the toes of the right foot. You can lift your right knee. This is enough. To go further, shoulders forward, elbows in. Maybe lift your left foot up as well. Just feel that twist. Keep breathing. And then release. Undo the twist. Go ahead, bring your knees down to the floor. Come into all fours and just breathe. Now you can just breathe and take a break or take another stretch if you like. But when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, hips up high, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you come into your down dog, take a look at how you set it up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms so you feel weight on the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Keep that long upward reach of the hips, pulling through the belly. Round the low ribs. Use your core to help lengthen your spine. And if your legs are tight, if the hamstrings are tight, let it go. You can always bend your knees. Maybe pedal out and keep moving here. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward. Step to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart. Deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows. Maybe shake this side to side to loosen even farther. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and then restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last and just open up your palms at your sides. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and release at the bottom. With an inhale, lift halfway, fingertips to the floor or to the shins, lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step it back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrists beneath the shoulders, palms pressed to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control all the way to your belly. Once you're done, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, and we'll take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. With the exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just hold that lift. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, draw the shoulders back, look forward. And work to lift it up even higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms to the floor. Let's take it to upward facing dogs. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes and pull your hips forward, deepen the arc through the front. Lift up with your arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pushing forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull the belly in, hips high to down dog. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. Now with the exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle in, be sure the feet are within hips width distance, not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center. Bind it behind your head. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Be sure your chest open and you can keep your gaze forward. And if this pushes the head forward, just separate the hands. Shoulders pulled back, chest still open. Now keep the bend in the right knee and then lift your left heel. Left leg forward, dip your big toe down. Now draw a semicircle all the way behind you with your left big toe. And then go ahead and swing that leg forward. All the way behind you with the left big toe again. And then swing the leg forward. Draw that semicircle all the way back. And then bring it forward one more time. Come all the way back with the left big toe, hold here. Now press into the right foot, lift your left foot up off the floor. Try to keep your lifted body in line. You can bend the right knee, you can hinge from the right hip, keep your hips squared. You probably won't lower too far. Shoulders back, keep looking forward, keep breathing. And then take an inhale. Now at the exhale, slowly to low lunge, both hands down, left foot steps down behind you. And then from here, we'll take it to a dancer's bridge. When you're ready, the left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind your left leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up high. Reach to your right arm. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Let your head fall back. You can stack the shoulders like side bank or open your chest more like a back bend. Keep your hips pressing high and just hold here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand forward, right foot forward, come into low lunge. And then take it down lower. Left knee down, left foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open up, Anjaneyasana. With an inhale, reach up and back, gaze up high. And just let your hips sink low toward the front. Now as you're reaching, stretch this out long. Push your left hip forward and keep breathing. As you hold your shape, bring your hands into heart center. Now interlace your fingers, face your palms away from you. Keep your elbows wide, but bring your hands overhead. Keep the shoulders drawn back, keep your chest open, and then start to lean this to the side. Bring the right elbow down, look down to the right, keep your left hip pressing forward, and then look up toward the ceiling, come back up to center. Again, right elbow down, lean to the right, and keep your left hip pushing forward. Back to center, gaze up high. One more time, right elbow down. Look down to the right, kick into your left foot, push that left hip forward, and just breathe with us here. Now with your next inhale, turn back to center, bring your hands to your hips. And then we'll bring this up. So put the weight to the right foot, tuck the toes to the left. When you lift your left knee, move into a pyramid stance. Bring the left foot forward, one pace behind the right. Now take a moment to set it up. 3 feet front to back, hips width distance side to side. The hips are still squared. Both feet flat, left foot points to the side, and both legs straight. Right hip back, left hip forward. Now take a forward bind here. Bring both hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open. Now we're going to fold this forward. We're going to take it down low here this time. So when you bring this down, I want you to bring your belly to your right thigh. Bend your right knee as much as you need to. Keep your chest open. Keep your shoulders drawn back. Then take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest. Bend the right knee. Bring your belly down to touch your thigh. Keep looking forward. And then press into your right foot. Come all the way up. Again, hinge from the hips. Shoulders pulled back. Belly to the right thigh. Bring it down low. Press into the right foot. Come all the way back up. Keep your chest open, shoulders back, hinges forward. Bend the right knee as you need and touch your belly to your thigh. Push into the right foot, come back up. Again, shoulders back. Try to hold the arch in your spine. Bring it down low, belly to the thigh. Push to your right foot and come back up again. One more time. Hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, bring it down. Belly to the right thigh, shoulders still pulled back, right hip back, left hip forward. And then from here, just lift your torso about halfway. Release the left hand, and you're going to take this to a twist. Left arm comes past the right thigh. Now push the left arm into your right leg, draw the right shoulder back. You can keep the right knee bent. As your chest opens to the right, try to keep your spine toward parallel with the floor. Now if you want to go further, maybe straighten the right leg, pull that right hip back, left hip forward still. Keep the right shoulder high, try to look toward the ceiling, and just keep breathing with this. Now with your next inhale, slowly bring this upright, hands behind your back, elbows wide. When you're ready, bring the weight forward to the right foot, and then come to standing with your left knee high. Press your right big toe down, find your balance here. And then once you're stable, take an eagle bind with your legs. Left leg crosses tightly over the right. Now squeeze the legs together, let your hips sink down, maybe touch that left foot to the floor. And just stay here, keep the right big toe digging down. Take this with a twist. As you look forward, reach your right arm high. And then let the right arm cross your body, right arm in contact with your left thigh somewhere. Now maybe just take a light twist. Push into your left leg, draw the left shoulder back. If you can go further, slide the right arm down, but keep looking forward. Keep the left shoulder pulling back, and keep your legs squeezing. Keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, both hands behind your back, elbows wide. And then start to move toward a warrior three. Now keep a little bend on the right knee. Hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg back, bring your lifted body into line, whether you're more upright or more toward parallel with the floor. And let's take it down to a low lunge. Both hands down, left foot steps down behind you. And this is where we'll take it to that deep twist into side crow. So press into your palms with an inhale, sweep the right leg back, three-legged dog. And then step it forward up into the left side. Now bring your left knee down to the floor, and then keep the right hand down. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your left arm high, and then find the twist. Left elbow pushes into the right thigh. Pull your chest toward the front of the mat. To ground the twist, bring the left hand down. Right hand lines up with the left. And then to take it further, tuck the toes of your left foot and lift your left knee. Now if you're going to move toward balancing, shoulders forward, pull the elbows in toward you. See about lifting your right foot up. And then maybe keep leaning forward, keep looking forward, and that'll lift your left leg. Take this to where you can. When you're ready, take it through your vinyasa. All right, from a down dog, let's take it to the other side. When you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. With the exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, feet not too wide, within hips with distance, big toes and knees towards center. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. Palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. Be sure you can keep your gaze forward. Now keep the bend in your knees. Put the weight to your left foot and lift your right heel. Now right leg forward, dip your big toe down. And then draw a semicircle all the way back with the right big toe. And swing the leg forward. Right big toe all the way back again. And swing the leg forward. Right big toe all the way back. And then bring it forward one more time. Right big toe all the way back. Stay here. Push into your left foot to lift the right and keep your body in line. Keep your balance. Maybe hinge a little bit further forward. You can bend your left knee, but hinge from the left hip. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep your gaze forward. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale, come into your low lunge. Both hands down, right foot steps down behind you. And we'll take it from here to dancer's bridge. Right hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg. Sink down. With an inhale, lift your hips up high. Reach for your left arm. Keep your glutes squeezing. Let your head fall back and breathe here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sink straight down. Left hand forward, left foot forward into your low lunge. Take it lower, right knee down, right foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. And then open this up. With an inhale, reach up and back, gaze up high. Open up your chest and let your hips sink down toward the front of the mat. Keep your right foot pressing down, right hip pulling forward. Keep breathing here. Now as you hold your shape, bring your hands into heart center. Interlace your fingers, face your palms away from you, elbows wide. And then bring the hands above your head. Now still with the elbows wide, draw the shoulders back. And then take this with a little bit of a side bend here. Bring the left elbow down, look down to the left, keep your right hip pushing forward. Come back to center, gaze up high. Again, left elbow down, look down to left, right hip still pulling forward. Back to center, gaze up high. One more time, left elbow down, look down to left, keep the right hip pulling forward. And then turn back to center, hands to your hips. Bring the weight forward to your left foot, tuck the toes to the right, and move into your pyramid stance. Right foot comes forward, one pace behind the left. So again, 3 feet front to back, hips width side to side, so your hips are still squared. Legs straight, both feet are flat with the right foot pointed out to the side. Be sure you pull the right hip forward, left hip back. And then bring the hands to your low back, palms up and fingers wide, shoulders back, elbows wide, keep your chest open. And again, we're going to take that deep fold. Each time you'll bend the left knee, belly to your thigh, keep your chest open, keep your shoulders pulled back, and keep looking forward. Now hinge from the hips, belly to your left thigh, bend that knee, keep the shoulders drawn back. Press into your left foot, come all the way up. Again, hinge from the hips. Bend the left knee as deep as you need. Belly to your thigh, keep looking forward. Push into your left foot, come all the way up. Again, bring it forward. Belly to your thigh, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Press into your left foot, lift back up again. Hinge from the hips. Belly to your thigh, keep the right hip pulling forward, left hip back. Push into your left foot and lift back up. One more time, hinge from the hips, shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward, belly to your left thigh. Stay here for a moment. And then lift your torso about halfway. Now release the right hand, reach past your left thigh. Use this to find your twist. Draw the left shoulder back, open up your chest to the left. And bring your spine down toward parallel with the floor best you can. Left hip back, right hip forward. The left knee can be bent. Maybe straighten the leg if you can take it there. Still with your hips squared. And keep breathing with this. With the next inhale, bring your torso upright, hands to low back again, elbows wide. When you're ready, bring the weight forward to the left foot and come to standing with your right knee high. Now press your left big toe down. Once you're stable, right leg crosses tightly over the left. Squeeze your legs together, let your hips sink down. Now to take it further into the twist, as you look forward, reach your left arm high, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly, left arm crosses your body. Bring that arm in contact with the right thigh. Pull the right shoulder back, and the twist doesn't have to be deep. If you can go further, keep your legs squeezing. Maybe slide the left arm down, keep the right shoulder pulled back, and keep looking forward. Just take it to where you can here. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee, hands to your low back again, elbows wide. And then hinge from the left hip, extend the right leg back, bring it toward a warrior 3. Keep your hips squared, keep your lifted body in line. And then let's take it to that low lunge. Both hands down, right foot sets behind you. Now from here, let's take the twist, moving toward that side crow. Press with your palms. With an inhale, sweep the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, up and to the right. Now bring the right knee down, and let's work the twist here. Left hand on the floor, inhale the right arm high. With the exhale, bring the right elbow, push it into your left thigh, and set the right hand down to ground your twist. Both hands in line. Look forward to go further. Tuck the toes of your right foot, lift your right knee. Further still, shoulders forward, elbows back, twist deeper. See about lifting your left foot up. Maybe go further, keep leaning forward to lift your right leg as well. When you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. We'll take it to half pigeon. With an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you, pull the left hip forward, keep your hips in line, and sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you got the choice here. You can just keep your torso upright. You can take it further toward the back bend. You can melt down to the elbows. You can sink down all the way. Just take this to where you need to right now and breathe here. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to move into another pose. When you're ready, pull your belly in. Drag your left knee forward. And we're going to take this figure 4 version of camel. Now, once your left knee comes forward, go ahead and slide your right ankle past your left thigh. I'm going to recommend that you tuck the toes of your right foot. Now, press your left leg, bring the right knee out to the side. And just feel this out here. If there's any twinge in the right knee, just take a regular camel. Both knees down with the shins in line. Now, either way, bring yourself upright. Hands to your hips. Now engage your glutes. Push your hips forward. And if you've got the crossed legs, make sure that right hip's pressing forward in line with the left. This might be enough here. Draw the shoulders back. Keep your hips pushing forward. But if you want to take it further, hands to heart center. You can bring your gaze up the wall toward the ceiling and maybe let your shoulders release toward the floor as your hips still push forward. To go further still, you can bring your gaze to the wall behind. Now maybe lift your elbows up toward the ceiling and open up even more. Maybe start to reach back a little bit. Maybe a lot, but keep your glutes engaged. Keep your hips pressing forward and keep your chest open however far you take this. Now draw it back in, hands to heart center. Bring your gaze to the wall in front. And then go ahead, bring your hands down to the floor. Release this and come into all fours. Now, once you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, lift your knees back to down dog, and then we'll take the other side. So with an inhale, you bring the left leg up behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind the left wrist ankle, somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. And just sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of that stretch on the left side out of hip or toward the glutes. Now again, you can stay upright like this. You can go deeper toward the back bend. You can melt down to the elbows. You can take it down even further. Just take it to where you need to. All right, again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then pull your belly in, drag that right knee forward this time. And let's take that camel variation. So once the right knee comes forward, go ahead, bring the left ankle past your right thigh. And again, I'm going to recommend you tuck the toes of that foot, press into the right leg, and push your left knee out to the side. Now, if you feel any twinge in the left knee or you just want to take the regular camel, feel free. But either way, bring yourself up and bring your hands to your hips. Now keep your hips pushing forward. Keep your glutes engaged. If the legs are crossed, make sure that left hip's still pushing forward. You can stay here and just pull the shoulders back. Now if you're going to go further, hands to heart center, bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. Hips forward, release your shoulders toward the floor. Further still, try to see the wall behind you. Maybe lift the elbows toward the ceiling to go further. And maybe start to reach the arms back a little bit or a lot. But still, glutes engaged and hips pushing forward the whole time. And then bring it back in. Hands to heart center, find the wall in front. And just release into all fours. From all fours, when you're ready, bring the legs out from underneath. Come all the way down onto your back. And then when you're down, bring your knees to your chest, squeeze everything in tight. We'll take one more round of back bending here. Just release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. I'll start it with bridge and lead it into wheel. Just take it as far as you're ready to go. So feet about hips width, bring the heels in close to your low back starts basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, gaze high. When you're ready, with an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and just stay lifted. Now keep your glutes squeezing and your hips pressing up. To go further in your bridge, bring the hands underneath your hips, interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. See about working your shoulders further behind your back and open up your chest even more. Keep your hands pushing down. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit closer to the shoulders, but again, keep your glutes engaged. Now, if you're going to take it up to wheel, the hips stay high, just release the hands, and the hands come down around your head. Now, once you're ready here, press with your palms. You can lift up to the crown of your head first, and then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. You can always lift your heels if either pose is too much on the low back. But try to bring the heels back down. Hold that tension in your glutes. And then open up your chest. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. If you're in wheel, keep your hands pressing down. Try to use that reach so the shoulders move up toward your ears. And keep your chest opening up. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring everything back down to the floor. Now, once you're down, draw your knees into your chest and just squeeze in for a moment. And then let's take this into Supta Bakasana. So set your left foot down on the floor. Right knee to the center of your chest, open it up to 90 degrees. And then cross your legs. Pull the left knee in tight behind the right. Now it's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can hold the knees or work the hands closer to your feet. And if you're going to take it deeper, curl the toes toward your hands. Pull the feet toward the floor and toward your shoulders at the same time. Now, wherever you take this to, keep your legs squeezing. Keep the knees pulled in close. And as you draw down, try to flatten your spine. But then at the same time, press up into your hands wherever you have your grip. And just keep the tension working up and down. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release the cross of your legs. And let's take it on the other side. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest this time. Bring the right knee behind the left. Squeeze your legs together tight. Now again, you can hold your knees, work the hands closer to your feet, and if you're going to go deep, curl the toes toward your hands, pull the feet toward the floor, and toward the shoulders at the same time. Now whatever grip you have, keep your knees drawn in close. Pull down, flatten your spine, and push up into your hands as well. And just breathe with us here. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, release your grip, untangle the legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side. And then take happy baby, reach between the knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Try to bring the knees toward the floor outside your ribs. Push your feet up into your hands at the same time. And here again, let the tension work both up and down. Flatten your spine. If you're going to go further, you can rock side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat. And then just move again here bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull it all in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to the heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.